admire and why? Okay, ready, set, go. Find somebody you don't know well or don't know at all. If you don't know them well, you can talk to them. But the key is you don't know them well. So please have someone, I know Dennis too well. But Dennis, I know you too well. Oh, that, yeah. Taylor. Oh, you don't know Dennis.
I was gonna put that second.
Oh,
We did
man.
the pathways together a while ago.
Well, I know you're growing a stack. It's not a tradition.
Yeah, I know it's
But
why.
I'm able to carry anything out of that.
Are you, the three of you?
Pretty.
That's how it goes now.
Right here.
Yeah. Oh, so I have to be. I know. But it's just from the.
I feel like. So many girls that has that power. Just like.
That's why I say.
Miles an hour.
But I think like. Iron Man is Captain America. Captain America like genetic system. I kind of like that power before they have him down. Every time you throw here, I'll put you down. Guys, real quick. Same thing.
You know what?
Mine's very smart.
Here, I'm gonna put you in. It's a boring,
So I really admire that.
We put you in right there.
But yeah, I like that.
Have a cover like.
So it's gonna be breakout rooms, so
all that.
all that. Christina.
So I can like
So,
pass every.
here we go.
Look at on what.
Ready, set.
That's cool. How about Jonathan or Eric? Do you guys have something to add?
I admire the people in society that are going against the tide of carnal pleasures, and I don't know what my favorite superpower is. I like the teleporting because getting one place to another really quickly would be helpful.
Yeah, I couldn't think of a superpower for myself either. But that would be cool. That would be a good one. Sometimes I think maybe knowing what someone else was thinking, but then I thought, no, that's probably not a good idea.
There's so many. I admire so many people. I admire.
Oh, so you want to answer it first? Maybe I might come up with something.
Oh, yeah. I'm just talking about nothing like I admire a lot of people.
Me too, me. That's hard for me to decide on one.
There's one that just comes to mind. Because a great negotiator.
Okay.
I like my brother.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, so. It's just a really
He still likes, I mean, likes mission experience.
I thought I was a loving person.
He doesn't.
Well, and that's not like. Great first time. Impressive.
Well, okay.
I said,
I'm a lot. I just go through a lot.
Environment, something. I admire my friend that's really passed away a year ago. Elizabeth. He kind of helped me, got me to, start to give to charity and that's. No, it's not. Oh, because, me and him, we met at the Peace and Justice Center. So we kind of helped like inspire the idea of the pantry.
You guys, the one right outside?
Yeah, it took a while for them to do it, but we were like the mainstays for like, they had like a community dinner every Friday. I think the guy that,
No.
the other person that coordinated it, they, I guess they kind of ended us our note and they stopped doing it completely. So we were hoping to try to revive it, and the next best thing was the food pantry. He came up with the idea, hey, like, we're not gonna have the dinner no more, maybe we can have like the.
All right, everybody,
charity
come on
box,
back.
people can donate stuff.
Come on back.
Yeah, take or whatever, or put whatever they want, so.
No, totally.
All right, so remember, so try to remember some of the things your friend shared that you just talked to. But we're gonna come back to those two questions, but just a reminder, those of you who were here when we vacuumed, who was here when we vacuumed? Talked about vacuuming, a couple of you, do you remember what it was? Ben or Sadie, do you remember what was the analogy?
The analogy was, there's a general conference talk, and in it, the son didn't want to vacuum the house, so he went and just made lines in the carpet with a vacuum. And the mother came home and saw it wasn't vacuumed, and she said, if you had just plugged in the vacuum, you would have vacuumed the house. But instead, you created more work for yourself by going over it with the lines, and now you have to go back and actually vacuum it.
Yeah, so he went to all this work to pull the vacuum out and fake out. It's just like, it was actually my friend's seminary student that went to him. He was so proud of himself. It's like, well, I figured out how to fake out my parents, and my friend was like, he had a good relationship with him, but he basically told him that was the dumbest thing he's ever heard. He said, he's like, you get the vacuum out and you don't, he goes, how much more time would it take to just plug it in and turn it on? Even if you're only vacuuming those like the areas to make it look like you vacuumed all the areas. And he said that the student looked at him when he said that and went, oh yeah, like he never thought of it. So anyway, everybody grows at different paces. But the beauty is, as we have experiences in life, it's just nice to plug in and turn on, right? You're already here, might as well. And so I get it when we're involved with different things, depending on our excitement or enjoyment of the activity or the learning environment or how you're feeling, affects how much you're able to plug in and turn on. But even if you are a little bit is better. Like I was thinking, like, just even if I'm doing 3 rows, at least those 3 rows in the hallway got vacuumed. Even though the room didn't get vacuumed, at least a little bit. So it's a good reminder, especially when you're sitting, and I have been guilty of this, president of this club, where I've been somewhere but I'm not there, and where I really shouldn't be where I was, or I'm reading something and I finished reading it and I'm like, I have no idea what I just read because I was off in some other place as I was scanning words. So this is anytime you have opportunities, especially when it's focused spiritually, to think about the true teachers, what am I learning? What am I hearing? What kind of promptings, and if you have inspiration, write it down so you can act on it. So that's a beautiful thing. Now let's hear about what your friend answered in regards to favorite superpower and why. Maybe I could just do a vote. How many their friend did flying? I'm raising my hand. Half flying. Okay, we got online. Let's see. Teleportation. We got one on teleportation. Anybody else?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Just one, so that was Mahia on that one.
Actually.
And who else had that?
Valentina had that also.
Oh, Valentina, you had that too. Mahia had that one. Yeah. On your superpower that your favorite superhero power. So why on flying? Like Sister Brown, she would always dream that she was flying to school really low to the ground. She wanted to fly.
I was beating that school bus that 30 miles down the canyon.
She just flew down the canyon in her dreams. So, yeah, so why flights?
You can travel anywhere you want.
Yeah,
the traffic.
beat the traffic, you get above that.
Immediately.
I think that's a top answer for the teleportation too. Right, Valentina, is that is that why you're like, well, I just want to go there, boom, you're there. So flying's similar, it's just you gotta see the journey a little bit better than the instant.
You get to have to see the scenery when you're flying.
Yeah. However, who knows with teleportation what you see. So. Okay, next one, let's just hear a couple of what they shared on who your friend admired. So not who you admired, but the person you talked to. Who did they admire and why? Did you get to that point? I know sometimes it's easy to get wrapped up in the superhero side. Yeah, Elder
My
Brian.
friend, she admired her mom.
Oh, who's your friend? Who did you talk to? Did she say any specific quality? Just so.
Mom is service oriented, she always cares for people and how she can help them, so.
They must have the same mom, because that's what Sister Jensen said, almost exactly.
Wow, that is a good thing to admire, a good quality. Good job, moms.
Sister Brown
Plural.
said her mom.
Oh, and another mom. I love it. Yeah, they deserve that. They deserve that.
Valentina mentioned, said